We have got a new Mario Kart on the way. For the first time in over a decade, we are finally getting a new, proper successor to the Mario Kart series, and honestly, I'm very excited. I know a lot of you guys are very excited, and it's all very exciting all around. But there are some things from Mario Kart 8 specifically that I do want them to address with Mario Kart X, whatever they're going to call it. And today's video is going to be about 5 particular things, 5 particular hopes that I personally have for this new Mario Kart game. This could be changes from 8/8 Deluxe, or just things I really want them to try out for this game. So, if you enjoyed today's video, of course, drop a like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff down below. And without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, this first point is going to be kind of a big one, and I feel like this is something that we're really not going to see, you know, in this new Mario Kart game. Now, if you guys watched my last Mario Kart video where I basically had my prediction/wish list roster for this new Mario Kart game, you'll notice that it's all Mario characters. There's no other Nintendo IPs in here, and that's just because I think the idea of making this game a Nintendo Kart is kind of a stupid idea. Mario Kart sells because it's Mario Kart. You have that branding, you have that recognition, and changing that too much might just affect how people will buy the game. You know, if you have to label it as Super Nintendo Kart, people probably aren't going to gravitate to it as much as Mario Kart. Now, of course, this isn't saying that something named Nintendo Kart or Super Nintendo Kart wouldn't sell well. Not saying that. It's just that Mario Kart has that brand recognition that Nintendo really wants to push forward. Now, of course, you know, you could throw 1, 2, 3, 4 Nintendo characters in there and still call it Mario Kart, just like they did with Mario Kart 8. But I kind of want them to veer away from it. I don't care to see Link, or Samus, or Olimar, or Captain Falcon, or Kirby, or Pikachu, or whoever. I don't really care about seeing them in Mario Kart. I want to see the more obscure Mario characters. Like, what about Professor Egad? What about the Goomba King, Goomboss, whatever that thing's called? I already went over, you know, some of the obscure characters in my character predictions video, like I said, but that's what I'm talking about. I want to see some of those more obscure Mario characters come forward, and even then, if you change it to a Nintendo Kart, you still gotta cut out some staples. Characters like King Boo, characters like Funky Kong, characters like Birdo, characters like Wiggler or Petey Piranha, they would probably be cut to make room for other characters. So, that's not something I fully support. Actually, that's not something I support at all. So, yeah, ixnay on the Nintendo Kart idea. I really am not a fan of it. If anything, have a Nintendo Kart be a completely separate thing and do something new with it. Have Nintendo Kart be its own thing and stand on its own 2 feet, not relying on the Mario Kart formula and what Mario Kart does. Have it stand on its own, you know, and maybe it can do well in its own right. You know, release Mario Kart X, you know, at the beginning of the Switch 2 generation, and then, like, towards the end, do this Nintendo Kart idea, and see if it sticks. That's just my input on that. Okay, so this next point is actually kind of a direct criticism to a problem I had in Mario Kart 8. Now, I'm not saying that the courses look bad. That's actually kind of the opposite of what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of the realism they leaned into with the courses in Mario Kart 8, specifically the new courses, I feel like it lent to a lot of these new courses lacking in any sort of vibrancy and fun colors. This actually really occurred to me when I saw the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds trailer, where, like, you know, you saw that stage, it was like bright purple, and I guess the comparison track would kind of be the Electrodrome, and I actually really like that course, but it doesn't feel as fun and vibrant in comparison to that, and I feel like a lot of courses in general just lacked the vibrant colors. Look at, I think it's Mario Circuit, whatever, like, it's very pale colored, a very muted color palette. Nothing bright and colorful and vibrant, and honestly, I kind of miss that. That's the one thing I actually did kind of like about the Booster Course Pass. Say what you want to about the visuals, but it offered some more color, some more vibrancy in the actual courses themselves. And yeah, they didn't look as polished or as realistic. You couldn't see individual blades of grass or individual grains of sand, but it kind of matched the Mario vibe. It was cartoony, it was fun, and I kind of want them to lean a little more into that. Not saying that they should take out details from the environment, but they should lean a little more into the cartoony nature that Mario is. And from the one course that we've seen, it doesn't really look like they're doing that, but the thing is that this course looks like the standard desert course, and desert courses are basically as plain and lack of color as you could get with a course. But I have optimism that maybe there will be some courses that will be a little bit fun visually, fun stuff to look at that isn't so bland and dry. Now again, not saying that Mario Kart 8 has bland courses, but I just want them to pop a little bit more. Mario Kart has been the same kind of thing basically since the N64. Mario Kart 64 is really the first game that, really felt like what became the modern Mario Kart trend, because Super Mario Kart definitely feels a little bit different, but what I'm saying is that they should have some new modes in there to shake some things up a little bit. I mean, firstly, some sort of single-player mode would really be appreciated. Now, Mario Kart DS had that mission mode, which I would happily accept, to return, but they could try something completely new, and I would also be okay with that. Just something to offer a little bit of a difference, compared to just doing the multiplayer races or just doing the battle mode. And even with the battle mode, have some new modes thrown in there. Now, Mario Kart 8 introduced Renegade Roundup, which was a new battle mode, admittingly, but offer a couple more. Do some, new things. Do a few more things. A few more modes. Offer more than just 3 or 4 different battle modes. Maybe offer 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's asking for a lot, but I don't know. Just having more options for different modes for players to play, I think that's never a bad thing to ask for, as long as each mode feels like it has a decent amount of depth to it. Going back to the character discussion, like I said with my little roster over here, I already talked about the characters, but I feel like something that would be very important for this game is, I feel like this game needs a really stellar roster, because everyone poked fun of Mario Kart 8 at first for having a really bad roster. And I feel like they kind of want to avoid that by giving us a really banger roster at the very start. And we've already got 24 confirmed characters, which is a decent amount, to have confirmed right off the bat. But having, a bunch of characters confirmed and having every single character from Tour come back, I feel like it'd be the best way to do this. You bring back every character from Tour and introduce some new characters after that, almost like a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate kind of thing, where you're saying all these racers in Mario Kart Tour, well guess what? We finished support for Mario Kart Tour, but all those racers you unlock there, you can play them in Mario Kart X. You can do that. And there's no extra download or extra grinds required. I mean, you might have to unlock the characters via their own means, but I think that'd be a great way to get people to, really look at this game and be like, ooh, okay, they're actually bringing back characters like Wiggler, even like Poochie and Charge and Chuck, and all these other obscure characters that they brought into Tour. Having them all be in Mario Kart X, I feel like would be the best decision. I just feel like it makes sense, in my opinion. Lastly, and surely not least, this one's going to kind of be a more vague point, so you're going to have to bear with me here because I don't have exact details or ideas of what they could do at this point. But given that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is playable on the Nintendo Switch 2, because of backwards compatibility, I feel like it makes sense for this game to try and shake things up a little bit. Offer some mechanic, offer some sort of spicing up with the gameplay that kind of differentiates it a bit more from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, people are going to buy this game no matter what, because people have been asking for a new Mario Kart for many years now. But I feel like doing something with this game that makes it feel a little bit different from 8 Deluxe, that separates it a little bit more, that gives a little more intrigue and leaves us with more questions than answers, I feel like could be a really cool way to get, people more excited for it. Give us something fresh, give us something new, because like with things like Smash Brothers and other games where it's like now there's lots of clones that are copying what Mario Kart does, now is the time to reinvent it a little bit. Do something new, because now with things like Sonic Racing and Nickelodeon Kart Racers and all this stuff, having a new kart racer that does something new that the competition does not, and it actually being really good, and it being revolutionary, and now that's going to be the new trend that everyone follows, I feel like that's going to be the thing that Nintendo wants to do. Because Nintendo, they can be trendsetters. They've done it with things like the Wii with the motion controls, things like the Switch with the portability aspect of console or really, any kind of powerful gaming. I feel like, they're the kings of revolution in a lot of different ways. So doing something new with Mario Kart, some sort of way to spice up the gameplay. Again, I don't have any specific ideas, but that's Nintendo's job to sort out, not mine. Either way, I'm really hoping they figure something out just to make it stand out a little bit more, to differentiate it from Mario Kart 8. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 hopes for this new Mario Kart game. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love to hear your ideas on what you think they should do with Mario Kart X down in the comments down below. I would truly appreciate to hear what you all have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. Tickle that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload videos. Stay tuned for next week. There's going to be a little bit of a special video dropping next week, on Monday to be precise, and I don't think any of you will want to miss it. So, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and until next time, I'll see you all in the next video.